Follow the money. So who is funding all these pro-Hamas protests and anti-Israel and anti-Jewish hatred on U.S. college campuses? Your group did a 7-year study of college funding, released a report in 2019 before this Hamas war, but your findings are still relevant today. So who, in your opinion, is funding much of this on-campus hatred? What specific sources?
Right. So first of all, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be with you. So first of all, I would say that the funding of Qatar at American universities, I would say, is a national security issue. It really threatens the security of our country in that Qatar is influencing our most prestigious universities in the United States and also in Canada and around the world. Qatar has an agreement with the Muslim Brotherhood, the Qatari royal family. In Islamic law, it's called a bay'ah. A bay'ah is a religious oath, and the ruling royal family of Qatar has an oath with the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood is a reactionary, political, Islamist social movement, and the Muslim Brotherhood believes in destroying democracy, killing Jewish people, subjugating women, and weakening the West.
Well, several weeks ago, we talked with Dr. Rachel Ehrenfeld, who's studied this extensively. She found that the Soros Open Society Foundation and Middle Easterners, as you say, in Qatar, have sent billions of dollars to universities in recent years. And you mentioned the Qatar Foundation in your study. So who were the biggest university recipients of this money?
So I think Rachel Ehrenfeld's work is very important. And we have sort of the extreme Islamists, in this case with George Soros, the extreme leftists, and right-wing kind of white supremacists, all attacking the center of our democratic country. And I think what Qatar has done is pumped in, we've discovered tens of billions of dollars in undocumented money coming to our finest universities. So what Qatar has actually done, they set up a place in Doha, in the capital of Qatar, a place called Education City. And there's 8 American universities in Education City, universities like Georgetown, Cornell University, Carnegie Mellon, and Texas A&M and others. But these campuses in Qatar are receiving billions of dollars and are funneling it into the United States. That's one source of the money. So we found $2 billion at Cornell. We found nearly $1 billion, for example, at Texas A&M. We also, at Texas A&M, we discovered a contract that the Qatari Foundation has with Texas A&M. And we have located, and this is on our recent report that we published a few days ago, we've discovered 502 research projects funded by the Qatari government, the Qatari Foundation, in which Qatar owns all of the intellectual property right for 502 research projects funded by them at Texas A&M, including research that is connected to its nuclear research program at Texas A&M. Texas A&M is one of 3 universities with a research nuclear reactor. So imagine, Qatar owns the intellectual property rights of research connected to nuclear energy and with potential military implications of some of the 502 research projects now owned by the Qatari regime that espouses an anti-Western, anti-American, anti-democratic, anti-Semitic ideology.
Well, tell us a little bit more about Education City and Yusuf el-Qaradawi, who no longer is living, but he was a radical Islamic theologian, friend of Hamas, friend of the Brotherhood. Tell us about his influence. And didn't these universities know about him or know about the anti-Semitic attitudes at the university or Education City?
I don't think anti-Semitism is something that has been taken seriously by these major universities, and they're sort of going along with it. But to respond to your question, Yusuf Qaradawi, who was a spiritual leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, he always preached, and I'm quoting him directly now as a scholar, Qaradawi always preached that the true believer is obligated to complete the work of Hitler. Right? This is the spiritual leader of the Qatari royal family who parades themselves as, good mediators and friends or frenemies, friends of the West. So their spiritual leader is espousing Hitler's ideology against the Jewish people and against democracy. Yusuf Qaradawi was the founding trustee of Islamic studies at my alma mater at Oxford University. So Oxford University takes a cleric who espouses the ideology of Adolf Hitler, who takes the money from Qatar and builds one of the most important Islamic studies program in the Western world at Oxford University. This is just one case in which tens of billions of dollars from this regime is entering our finest universities, our Ivy Leagues, our Texas A&Ms, our, the Oxbridges and the Sorbones of the world. So the Students for Justice in Palestine are the shock troops, while the Qatari regime funds research centers and our finest professors to espouse anti-American, anti-democratic, anti-Jewish, anti-Christian discourse in the classrooms.
Okay, Dr. Charles Asher Small of the Institute for the Study of Global Anti-Semitism Policy. Thank you for sharing your time and insights. May God bless you.
God bless you, and thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.